We've got one more topic in limits we need to talk about, and that's what happens when our y values go to infinity or negative infinity without a bound. Okay, so let's draw a picture. So we've got our coordinate axes, and let's draw a function f of x. Let's say here at some a value, it's got a vertical asymptote. Okay, on one side it's going up to infinity, on the other here it's going down to negative infinity. And we'll call this x value a, just for when we're talking about it. And we see our a, it doesn't have a limit, but what if we want to talk about our left-handed limit here, a limit as it goes up toward infinity? Well, we say that limit is equal to infinity. Okay, here we would write the limit as x goes to a from the left of f of x equals infinity. Now we have to be careful here because infinity is not actually a number, it's just a concept. So it's kind of tricky. This limit doesn't actually exist. It's not a number like we've talked about limits before, and we have to be careful when doing computations. But here we can write that symbol and know that what we mean is that there the y value is growing without bound. So we say that the limit as x goes to a of f of x goes to infinity if f of x gets arbitrarily large and positive. Okay, so we're saying it grows without bound in the positive direction. Similarly, here our right-handed limit we know is going down to negative infinity. So we would say that the limit as x goes to a from the right of f of x is equal to negative infinity. And negative infinity is a tough concept to even write out in words. And that's kind of why we wrote the infinity way, the way we did. So here we can say if f of x, our limit goes to negative infinity, if f of x gets arbitrarily large and negative. Okay, so when we're trying to find these limits, we can always use our calculator to check. And the other thing is that most of the time we'll know that it's unbounded, that something is happening. And by checking the sign on what's happening, whether it's always positive or negative, we can tell whether our limit is going to positive infinity or negative infinity.